what are your thoughts on FIMOs in the bear market? Miners will be hyper-focused on short-term profits and might not be interested in a long-term vision of hoping a token launch, of helping a token launch like this.
My personal opinion is that you have to look at the entire spectrum of mining, right? And one thing that does happen in a bear market more than in a bull market is speculative mining, right? There's more of an incentive for miners to potentially spec mine because the profitability and reliability of the majority of networks just isn't there. So, you know, in some ways, I would actually think with the right education, awareness, and ultimately project, right? I think it's going to break down a lot to the project and kind of the marketing side of it and educating miners about the potential. And I actually think it would be more profitable in a bear market because profitability broadly isn't there, right? If you had something like what we experienced in, late 2020, 2021, where suddenly ETH mining was super profitable. And, you had people at some point pulling like $5, $10 in per card if they had the right setup. I would say in that environment, it'd be much harder to launch a FIMO versus when everyone's kind of in pain and looking around for how they can optimize their returns or stay cash flow positive. I think at that point, spec mining actually might make more sense.
Yeah, I also really agree with what you're saying about speculative mining because, yeah, I mean, some are focused on short-term profits. I think those are actually the guys with the big mining as a business type of setup. Those guys are basically just going to go towards the most profitable at the moment. Yeah, I agree with that. But I also think that the network effect of smaller mining operations and miners are, got a signal. There are a couple of miners to mine Ergo. I think those guys are more likely to mine Ergo because of because of the speculative nature of it, because they see the potential and they see that right now, it's
moving into the merge.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, right now is a good time if you're basically investing into the future. So I think there's going to be a network effect that might balance that out. Again, I just have to wait and see.
I would definitely say that, when markets are in poor condition, it does tend to lead to more of the value investment mentality where people start to think long term where they can enter and how they can grow in the future versus when things get hot and speculative, usually people just chase the trend. So I think FIMO actually could do quite well, but you would need the right basically education and awareness amplifier out there to let miners know, and I'm sure that if mining profitability approaches the point where people are not cash flow positive, the anxiety of that is going to lead them to start looking, right? And in terms of what they can do. And so, if the right project is there to plug in and it has, a nice use case, it's built the right way, it's open source, and there's kind of a certain traction behind it that allows the average miner to be aware of it, I would say there's probably no better time than in a bear market.